David and Goliath. The air in the Valley of Elah hung heavy with a suffocating tension. For 40 sun-scorched days, two armies, the Israelites and the Philistines, had faced off across the dusty expanse. Fear, a venomous serpent, coiled around the hearts of the Israelites, its hiss amplified by the thunderous pronouncements of Goliath, a Philistine behemoth who stalked the battlefield like a living nightmare. His booming voice, a weapon in itself, echoed through the valley, a constant reminder of their vulnerability. David, a young shepherd with a heart as wide as the sky and a spirit as nimble as his flock, watched from the sidelines. Unlike the seasoned warriors cowering before Goliath's immense stature, David saw not an invincible giant, but a blasphemous mockery of creation. The stories his father told of past victories, whispered under the canopy of a starlit sky, and the unwavering faith instilled in him since childhood, all surged within him like a tidal wave. One day, entrusted with the mundane task of delivering supplies to his brothers on the front lines, David stumbled upon a scene that ignited a righteous fire in his soul. His brothers, huddled together, spoke in hushed tones, their faces etched with despair. The reward for defeating Goliath: wealth enough to rival a king, the hand of the king's daughter in marriage, and freedom from the yoke of Philistine taxation, seemed like a cruel mirage shimmering in the desert heat. Yet David, fueled by an anger that burned hotter than the midday sun, couldn't stay silent. "What will be done for the man who strikes down this Philistine?" he inquired. His voice, though youthful, resonated with a defiance that startled his brothers. Their initial amusement quickly curdled into scorn, particularly for his eldest brother, Eliab, who scoffed at the notion of a mere shepherd facing such a colossus. Yet David's words, carried on the dusty wind, reached the ears of Saul, the king of Israel. Intrigued by the boy's unwavering spirit, a stark contrast to the cowering posture of his seasoned warriors, Saul summoned him. Despite initial skepticism, David's unwavering faith in God resonated with the king. Saul, burdened by the weight of his crown and the despair of his people, saw a flicker of hope reflected in the young shepherd's eyes. Yet, practicality warred with the flicker of hope. Clad in Saul's ill-fitting armor, a relic from a bygone era, David felt cumbersome and out of place. The polished metal chafed against his sun-kissed skin, a foreign sensation that restricted his movements. Rejecting the elaborate weaponry, he opted for his trusty sling and 5 smooth stones from the stream, simple tools that, in his hands, became instruments of his faith. As Goliath lumbered towards him, the ground trembled beneath his colossal feet. The Philistine warrior, adorned in gleaming armor that shimmered like a malevolent sun, exuded an aura of arrogance that choked the air. He belittled David, calling him a mere boy with sticks, a gnat daring to challenge a bull. But David, undeterred by Goliath's bluster, stood his ground, his gaze unwavering. In a voice that, though young, possessed the quiet authority of unwavering faith, he declared, "I come against you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel's armies, whom you have defied." With a practiced flick of his wrist, honed over years of tending to his flock, David launched a stone from his sling. It sang through the air, a tiny pebble imbued with the power of his belief. It found its mark, embedding itself deep in Goliath's forehead. The mighty warrior, his face contorted in surprise and pain, crumpled to the ground with a deafening thud. A collective gasp, a sound that seemed to rip through the very fabric of reality, rippled through the battlefield. The Philistine ranks, thrown into disarray by the sight of their seemingly invincible champion, felled by a simple shepherd boy, turned and fled. The Israelites, who had moments ago cowered in fear, erupted in a thunderous cheer. The echoes of their battle cry, a potent mix of relief and newfound confidence, resonated through the valley. Emboldened by David's victory, they charged forward with a renewed sense of purpose. The tide of battle, which had threatened to engulf them whole, was turned on a single, momentous act of faith. David's victory that day wasn't just a military triumph, it was a spiritual awakening. It proved that even the seemingly insignificant, armed with faith and courage, could topple giants. His name, whispered on the lips of every victorious Israelite soldier, became synonymous with bravery and unwavering trust in God. The beacon of hope for a nation teetering on the brink of despair. The legend of David and Goliath became a cornerstone of Israelite faith, a reminder that the mightiest weapons are often not forged from steel, but from unwavering belief. It was a turning point in the conflict, a testament to the enduring power of faith that resonated for generations to come. David's name became etched in the annals of Israelite history, not just as a slayer of giants, but as a symbol of unwavering trust in God. His victory that day served as a beacon of hope, a testament to the fact that even the smallest pebble, hurled with faith, can bring down the mightiest of giants.
This is just one story out of 1,000, waiting in the shadows of history. Follow Vault of Centuries for more untold mysteries, forgotten empires, and hidden truths.